Hello and welcome back, guys, to another exciting chess miniature. This one was played in 1970 in Alekhine, and the game was played between Kokoris Christos playing as white and his opponent Marovic Dražen. Now this game continues very exciting chess win in Alekhine's Defense, so if you're playing against this or you want to just learn how to play this opening and some of the ideas, this would be very useful for you. Truly exciting chess game with a lot of nice sacrifices and unorthodox sacrifices. You will see it and you will definitely love it. If you're enjoying chess and you want to improve at chess, there is a chess community I'm a part of that I highly recommend checking out. You can check the link in the description of this video. Check it out, you will not regret it. And with that being said, we'll go straight into the game. Kokoris opens the game with e4, Marovic replies with knight to f6, and we are in Alekhine's Defense. e5 attacks the knight, knight jumps on d5, and we have c4 attacking this knight. Knight retreats to b6, and we have d4, a common theme in the Alekhine's Defense. Black now immediately strikes with d6, trying to challenge white's center. White goes for f4, trying to strengthen his center here, and also refusing to take with d takes on e5. We have d takes on e5 and f takes on e5, and right now black continues his development with knight to c6, immediately pressuring this pawn. White defends with bishop to e3, and we have bishop to f5 here played for black. White continues with knight to c3, developing move, and black plays e6, getting ready to develop his dark squared bishop. White goes for knight to f3, we have bishop to e7 for black, and right now d5 was played for white, striking in the center. In this position black decided to go with knight to b4, which is not the best move. Actually, after bishop to e7 and d5, the best was actually to go for e takes on d5, and after c takes on d5, then only to go for knight to b4. But after d5, immediately black decided to go for knight to b4, and white here played knight to d4, trying to take away this bishop and also ruin black's pawn structure. Bishop retreats to g6, and right now we have a3 on the board, pressuring this knight. We have c5, a counter attack in the center. Right now black also attacks this knight. He's willing to trade. Firstly, white sacrifices his knight here on e6. Not the best move. After c5, actually a takes on b4 was best, and after c takes on d4, simply queen takes on d4 is perfectly fine here for white. Even after bishop takes on b4, computer recommended line is to actually go for h4, so this is the recommended computer continuation. But after c4, white decided to go for this pawn, and after f takes on e6, we have a takes on b4, c takes on b4. And right now, since this knight is attacked, white goes on b5, trying to centralize this knight and also potentially aim to some squares and potentially giving some trouble in the black's position. We have castle for black, and black is completely fine, although this might look something like not so pleasant to play with this center here. Black has a perfect enough compensation. He castled, and we must not forget that this king is still in the center and he will have trouble castling, because you have to cover up firstly this file, then develop this bishop, and then only then castle. If you don't succeed at that, you will not be able to castle. Of course, castling queenside is a possibility, but this is definitely not a recommended move. Game continued with d6, attacking this bishop. Bishop goes on g5, offering the trade. Bishop d4, white refuses the trade. And right now we are in the first critical part of the position, where black sacrificed his bishop with a bishop to e3. Now you might be wondering, what is the point of this move? You can easily take this bishop and nothing will happen. Well, actually no. After bishop takes on e3, we have queen to h4 check. In the game, king to d2 was played, which is a mistake. After queen to h4, the best continuation was to actually go for g3, but probably white saw that what comes now is queen to e4 with a double attack on this bishop and on this rook here. Big mistake is to actually play rook to g2, because right now after queen to e3, this is a fork, and you will lose your rook. After g3, and queen to e4, queen to e1 is the best, but after queen takes on h1, bishop to f4 is the best, and white is slightly better by computer evaluation with the perfect play, of course, but black's position is still needed a lot of caution here. After queen to h4, king to d2 was played, which was a mistake. Right now black sacrifices his rook with a rook takes on f1. Right now again continued with rook takes on f1. By the way, after a rook takes on f1, if queen takes on f1, then knight takes on c4 with a check, and after king to e2, bishop takes on h5, and black's position and white's position slowly collapses. So after rook takes on f1, rook takes on f1, black continues the same with knight picks up on c4 with a check, king goes on e2, bishop h5 check. Right now rook to f3 to save the queen and to block this check. We have bishop takes on f3, and again g takes on f3 was better, but white decided to go for king takes on f3. White was scared that after g takes on f3, queen takes on h2 was very unpleasant, and it's really difficult to play. Of course, computer sees that black is still winning, but the advantage is 3.5. With king to f3, the advantage is almost 6 pawns for black. After this move, black continues with rook to f8 check, king goes on e2, queen g4 check, king goes on e1, and after queen to g2 on the move 25, white decided to resign because there is simply nothing you can do. The situation is very difficult. There is no way of defending this position. One of the ways to continue is, for example, queen to e2, but this actually leads to a quick checkmate with queen h1 check, bishop g1, queen takes on g1 check, and the only move queen to f1, queen takes on f1 with a checkmate. After queen to g2, one of the ways to continue this game was to actually play with queen to d3, but right now computer actually recommends picking up this knight on e3. Also knight takes on b2 works, and after queen to e2, for example, queen h1 check, king d2, and queen takes on a1 with a decisive advantage here for black. Obviously this white's position is in ruins. There is also a whole lot of threats here on the board, and this is simply lost. But knight to e3 was better according to computer calculation. White saw that all of this is too much to handle, and he decided to resign. And this is all I prepared for you today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed in this really nice miniature in Alekhine's Defense. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment, like, and share this video with other people who enjoy chess, because this really helps with the YouTube algorithm and it really boosts my channel. Also, if you have some questions or comments, do let me know. Of course, I always read and enjoy reading those comments if I miss something in the analysis. And guys, if you wish to improve chess, you can always check the link in the description of this video. There is a nice chess community here that covers all of the most important things in chess: openings, middle game, end game, tactics, checkmating patterns, and everything else you might need as a chess player to increase your elo, no matter what. Of course, unless you're a grandmaster with 2800 online rating, then this probably won't be too interesting for you. If you're above that, you will definitely have a lot of room to improve, and I definitely invite you to check the link in the description of this video. Thank you so much for your attention, and we will see each other on the next video. I wish you a pleasant day. Bye bye.